Felicity from GetYourRockOut here with the lovely Ian from Shattered Skies. Well, there you go. How are you doing today apart from being lovely?
Apart from being lovely and slightly sweaty because I'm just off stage, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. We're here at Hard Rock Hell in Rotherham, of all places for a festival, but it seems to be an absolutely cracking layout here.
Yeah.
You're fresh off stage. How did you find it?
It was good. We had some technical difficulties at the start, which can kind of throw you off, but I suppose when you're playing a festival like this at 1 in the afternoon, there's always a bit of teething issues. But once it got going, it was great. You know, it was great to see, like, the place was full at this early, so we were really happy with that. And yeah, everyone seemed to enjoy it. I've already met a few people who watched us and were really happy, so yeah, we had good fun once we got over those issues.
Brilliant. What actually happened?
I don't even know where to start. First of all, it's really cold on stage, so I do a lot of quite technical stuff, so if your fingers can't move at the right speed, it's just... I couldn't hear any guitars in the monitor. Sorry, monitor guy, but I couldn't hear anything. And yeah, there was just... The laptop didn't quite work properly at one point, but once it got going, I mean, about 3 songs in, everything was good, and we did a stripped down version of one of our songs. It was just me on piano and our singer, and we never rehearsed it, and I'd never played that keyboard before, so we were taking so many risks, and it actually went perfectly, of all things. So.
It's kind of worth it to have that go so well for the rest of it not to. Yeah.
It is, yeah. And I mean, all the songs after that did go well. You know, once I went back on the guitar, I could play. My hands had warmed up a bit, so it was fine. Yeah.
Now we've heard reports of it definitely being Arctic in.
Yeah, I think it's like the door is open quite close to the stage, and it's so cold outside, so it's just finding its way in. You know. You know, it's lovely and warm in here, but like, yeah, normally on stage it's way too hot. Normally you come off stage dripping with sweat. I was like shaking at the start of the gig, which wasn't fun. Like, I was like, come on, trying to do the solo. Why aren't they moving? But you know, overall it went great, so you can't complain.
And fair play to you, and well done for carrying on in the face of adversity so well.
Yeah. One of the guys who came up to us said, "You guys soldiered on through that." Like, and I was like, "Yeah, we tried our best." Yeah, no, we've done it all, especially festivals. They're trying to keep track of so many bands. The crew are all, they've never worked with it. We don't get a sound check, which is the biggest issue, really. And we have quite a complex setup. Like, we have digital. We don't use real amps. We use digital emulators and a laptop. So there's a lot of technological stuff going on, which is fine from our side, but from their side, they need to know beforehand. You don't have time here, so it's fine. It's festivals. There's always going to be a few issues.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
And the last time we spoke to you, I think, was at Bloodstock last year.
Yeah, it was indeed.
Yeah, so give us a brief rundown of everything you've been up to since then. The impossible. Come on, don't forget anything, all right?
Yeah, okay, I'll leave everything in. Well, the day after, I went home and I had some breakfast. No. Well, we did a few more festivals after that. We did Prog Power in Holland, which is very similar to festival to this. That was great. Then we played Euroblast, which is in Germany. That's a real, Tesseract were there and all the bands from that kind of scene, and that was awesome. And then this year what have we been doing? Well, our biggest thing was we've all moved to London. We're Irish, and we've all moved.
Really? I couldn't tell,
Well, some people might be wondering. You never know.
This is true. This is very true.
That hairy lumberjack looking dude has a weird accent. No,
if you said potatoes, it'd be fine. You should just start your
actually.
interviews with that, just so everyone knows where you're coming from.
I should, yeah. Hello, potato. Anyway, so we got the inevitable out of the way. Yeah. But yeah, we've moved here permanently, so that took up a big chunk of the start of the year. But it's we're really glad to be here now because we can play shows like this, and it's only a drive away rather than a plane. And main thing is we're working on our album. It's all written and it's a bit half recorded. And we're hoping to have it out in the next couple of months. And then we've also got tentative plans for a European tour later in the year. And very possibly, this is just pure possibility, I don't want to set anything off because we've had a lot of requests. We might be going to India in the summer, which would be cool. So they're mad for metal at the moment. It's like one of the best metal countries in the world. So we've had a few offers and we're looking into it. So fingers crossed.
So absolutely tons of stuff coming up then.
Yeah, it's busy. I mean, the main thing is our album, there's 13 tracks on it and it's an hour long, so there's so much music to record, and I do the guitars and I have to do the keyboards, so I have a double job, and then our drummer is the sound engineer, so he does all the mixing and production, so it's there's 4 of us doing what 7 or 8 people would normally do, which is great because we don't have to pay horrible amounts of money for a studio. But it's good though. I mean, we've been trying to get this album out for ages. Last year we only released 1 song, and the year before was our debut EP. So you know, it's quite due that we put out an album. But yeah, so next couple of months, hopefully late summer, early autumn, we're gonna get it out. So.
Brilliant. And do you have any ideas of a name yet that you're allowed to tell us?
Yeah, it's out on a few things. It's called The World We Used to Know. It's kind of a concept thing. So yeah, 13.
Well, tell us in detail about it.
It's dense, but not like overly dense, so that it's not enjoyable. But like we've put out people will have heard a couple of songs from. Like we just put out a single called 15 Minutes recently. That's on it. We also had a song out last year called Saviors. That's on it, and then a song out a bit earlier called As the Sea Divides. So all three of them are on it. So anyone who knows us will know them. Everything else on it is brand new. It's very mixed in comparison to what we've done before. Some of the stuff's lighter, like there's two songs on it that are almost ballad-esque. There's one that's no guitars, just piano, drums, bass and vocals, which should be kind of cool. But then there's also songs that are heavier than anything we've done before. So, and then it ends with a 12-minute, Dream Theater style epic. So it's a bit more experimental, but it's still like there's still a good few short, catchy, easy to get into songs, and then some bigger, more epic songs. So I think there'll be something for everyone who likes what we do. I think.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. Have you played any of it live yet?
Yeah, we actually opened today with a song that is on the album that no one's heard. It's called "The End and the Rebirth." That opens the album. We've been opening. We've done a run of shows up to this one, and we've been opening every gig with it, and everyone's been loving it. So we've been doing that. And 15 Minutes, Saviors, and As the Sea Divides. Most of the set is actually the new album. We're only doing one song from the EP called Attrition. But today, because we had a longer set, we did the first song on our EP, which is the first song we ever released, called Beneath the Waves. Yeah, that's like everyone who knows us knows that song. So today we decided, because we released the piano version of it last year, so we were like, let's try and do it live. So we did it today live. It's a one-off thing, so people seem to like it, so that was good.
Well, congratulations as well. This festival just seems to have been something that the country has been crying out for.
Yeah,
there's not much of it. Judging from the kind of crowd response you've seen today, has it all been worth it?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when we were having the technical problems at the start, I don't know whether that was like going to ruin the vibe, or if people were going to be like, oh, what's wrong with these guys, are they unprofessional or something? But no, the reaction at the end seemed to be great, and I've had great feedback from the people coming up to me since I walked off stage, and yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. It's cool to be on an eclectic bill, you don't want to just. We've done some festivals where it's just like, 10 hours of just relentless metal, and your ears can get a bit dead, So it's kind of nice here. It's like us, and then I think there's a bit of a lighter band after us, and then Tesseract bring it up a bit heavier again, and Hawkwind later, totally different. So I think it's cool that it's very mixed.
And who are you most looking forward to seeing?
I really want to see Tesseract. I have a feeling I'm not going to.
Are you missing them right at this second in
That's
time?
what I've seen them we've played about 4 festivals with them, so it's not, and I think pretty sure we're playing another 2 festivals this year with them at least. So it's no big deal. They would have been one I'd have watched. I want to see Hawkwind, because they're legendary. I haven't listened to much of them, but I know they're big songs. They're a pretty legendary band, and I really don't know most of the rest of the lineup, because we're not really from this side of Prague, so a lot of this is very new to us, but that's kind of refreshing and interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing some bands that have like saxophone players and stuff like that. Like, there's none of that at the festivals we play normally, so yeah.
Bloodstock? You mean you didn't see any of the sax?
I don't know. I think that there might have been one guy out of his mind on pills playing a saxophone in the campsite, but I don't think he was playing the festival.
I think he probably thought he was, though, so does that kind of count?
He probably saw 10,000 people in front of him. He's like, yeah, this is amazing, but he was actually just in his tent.
Sitting there.
Yeah.
But at least he'll have gone home with happy memories, which has got to be a good thing, right?
If he remembers it all. Yeah.
The kind of next few months or so, you've got the album coming out. Where can people expect to see you if they want to catch a show?
Well, we're just booking random English shows. We live in Croydon, so we do a lot of shows in Croydon. Like the Scream Lounge is kind of the main place that they do gigs there, so we're doing a lot there. I'm really not sure. I think we're playing Tech Fest again this year, which is in Peterborough, I think, and it's an open air thing, and that's like, it's basically like last year's Euroblast lineup, except in UK, which is great because it's Scar Symmetry, Veil of Maya, Sky Harbor, all these great bands. So I think we're playing that. Other than that, we are working on. We've just potentially got ourselves a booking agent, so he's working on some stuff. He's the one working on Europe and India and all that. So we're working on. We really want to do like a full run of the UK. We just did a bunch of shows. We did Guildford and London last 2 nights with the Algorithm, which was really fun. So yeah, very, very, very different. Again, it was kind of cool to play with such a different kind of thing. Yeah, we're going to just try and book a really detailed run of the UK over the summer, and then Europe, and again, hopefully India. So we'll see.
So absolutely tons to look forward to then.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat today. It has been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Nice.